down here for 5 days. The intention was to test the geophysical anomalies, see if they were archaeological or maybe geological. We were going to look at the 4 strongest ones. We've done that. We've got features in every single trench, which is wonderful, which means the geophysical survey we did has produced positive results. The really exciting trenches are the one with the ditch, which has got this Punic style profile, which I think is Roman military, which we're going to need to investigate further. And I'm very impressed that we picked up a feature over the circular anomaly at the eastern end of the trench, eastern end of the field, which we think could or could not be archaeology. That's something we're going to have to pursue. But the really exciting piece is our Roman style ditch. If this turns out to be a fortlet, which the geophysical survey suggests it might be, then that's another piece in the jigsaw for the conquest of Roman Northwest put in place here in Warburton. It's been an excellent week. It's been very intensive. We've achieved everything we wanted to do this week. In fact, we've exceeded that. And we've got lots of exciting things to go away and think about and pursue next year. What I'd like to do next is, once Debbie and Brian have produced their report, is sit down with Jim and Norman Redhead, the assistant county archaeologist, and think about what we're going to do next year, which ought to focus on our ditch and the potential Roman site we've got there. And I'd like to put together a further evaluation strategy which we could then take to the local council, Trafford Council, see if they will support us in trying to confirm that this is a Roman military site. That's what I'd like to do. If it's a fort, it's most likely to be a fortlet, looking at the size of the geophysical anomalies we've got. There are 2 types of Roman fortlet. There's the most common type is a garrison fortlet, and that would have housed a small unit of Roman military men who would have been on patrol duty in this area, presumably guarding strategic routes into the northwest. If that's what we've got, then it's going to be late 1st century, early 2nd century AD, and it's going to fit into a pattern of discoveries which are taking place over the last 5 years, which include a Roman fortlet at Ince to the north of Chester, a Roman fort at Middlewich, and what appears now to be another Roman fortlet out at High Lee. So it's a pattern of new Roman military discoveries in this area, all about the conquest of the area by the Romans. If it's the second type of Roman fortlet, which is much rarer, which is sort of has a more of a strategic administrative role, like Castleshaw Roman fortlet, then we're looking at a base which is controlling the immediate area and exploiting it for the Roman government in terms of agriculture and taxes, and maybe also performing some kind of admin function for the Roman army as well, from one route to another, one place to another. I think that's unlikely. Looking at the evidence we've got here, I think we've got a straight. If it's a Roman fortlet, it's a straight, normal type of Roman fort.
It's quite sad, really. They're filling in all the trenches that we've dug this week. It's for safety reasons, but what a week it's been. When we first came here, we weren't certain what lay underneath. We had ideas. What have we found now? A Roman fort, various bits and pieces. It's very exciting. Jim, come on, you found this initially. Yep. What are your thoughts?
Astounded, stunned is the word. We came here looking for what we thought may have been a Roman farmstead or even a small villa, which would have explained a lot of these finds. We find a fort.
I mean, it's a completely unknown Roman fort.
Completely unknown. There's various forts in the area that are similar, but this one was on no maps, nobody knew about it, and even the university are absolutely ecstatic about this one.
So when the big dig starts, well, next year,
yeah,
what are we hoping to find?
Right, first of all, we're going to come back in January and pin down the rest of the defensive ditches. Then we will come back later in the year for a massive excavation. We're hoping to find the inside of the fort, which would have housed about 80 Roman soldiers, 1 centurion and 1 commander. There would have been storehouses, stables and living quarters, and we're hoping to actually dig down onto those levels and come up with some of the burial pits, which will be full of pottery, rubbish.
It's just going to be incredible.
It's going to be amazing.
But we've got to wait A few months yet.
We've got to wait a few months. It's going to be an extremely long Christmas, a cold one, but I can't wait to get back.
We will find some great things. I promise you.